Look, I'm just going to throw it out there. Bakery? We've still got time
we've been
to go to the
saying
bakery.
it every time. We could just go to the bakery and have like a croissant or something.
Barry, is there an entry for M46, please?
Are you going to M46?
I'm going to the bakery.
I think we're going to the bakery.
Yeah, finally! At long last, we've made it to the bakery.
We have a nice seeded muffin and...
Look, here, where is it? Where does it say?
It's Tarnatov's...
Last night, the birth of twins, not just one family. Oh, that's not relevant, is it?
Yeah.
There's no entry for M46.
That's it!
It didn't cost us an action then?
No, it does.
Oh, really?
How come it can... That's outrageous. There should be like a generic entry, just one you reference for all adventures.
Make one
I
up.
can make someone up.
We go to
the... what's the name of the bakery?
It is...
Tartanowski's Bakery, the best in Arkham.
Pies, breads and other assorted pastries.
Alright. Tartanovsky Bakery is a homely establishment, all wood panelling with quaint furniture and gingham pattern cloth. The smells of baking fill the small eatery and are far from unpleasant. Stomach rumbling, you approach the counter and ring the bell. You are greeted by a thin, mousy woman. Her sleeves are rolled up, her apron tied tight, and her cheeks are rosy from exertion. Can I help you? Not wishing to impose you and resisting the urge to pause for a meal, you explain the purpose of your interruption. You wish some pain au chocolat. The owner becomes very concerned that they only have chocolate twists. And hopes that will satisfy you.
Can I have a steak bake?
Yeah. With words of gratitude, you head back to the street.
Good. Yeah, that was acceptable.
Good, yes.
Well done. I'm ready to call it now.
Right. Done? Done.
I can't see us finding anything.
Okay, so that's the end of the investigation phase. I'm now going to ask 12 questions. Shall I run through them all and then we go back and answer them? So if I ask them, then people that joined us on this adventure can have a chance to do it, and then we'll come back through and answer them and see how many points that we get.
Mm-hmm.
So the questions I'm going to ask, and you can pause them after I'm done. 12 questions. What is the name of the woman who collapsed in the street? Question 2. Who is the suspicious character that made a quick exit from the scene of the crime? Question 3. How did the woman come by her injury? Question 4. What is the danger in the park? Question 5. What was stolen from the museum? Question 6. Who is the out-of-town cultist of Shub Niggurath? Question 7. Why did the cat hiss at the wall on East Saltonstall Street? Question 8. Who did the hospital worker see on the top floor of the Emperor home? Question 9. What was Barclay Rootger up to? Question 10. What was the name of the late-night graveyard visitor? Question 11. Why did the late-night graveyard visitor visit at night, and what was he doing? Question 12. What is the word scrawled all over the Emperor home? Right, so you can pause it there. You can try and answer the questions. You may notice there's a few things in here that you have no idea about because we never went there.
Question 13. What had they run out of at the bakery?
Yeah, I'm not holding out for a massive score here, guys, but pause it, answer, and we'll go along. Right, so...
Educated guesses count, right?
Educated guesses. You might as well hazard a guess. No harm in not doing so. So, what is the name of the woman who collapsed in the street?
Well, that's Martha, right? Hang on.
Why are you saying that name?
Martha Modine.
Why are you saying that? All right, Martha Modine.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yes, 3
We
points.
did actually find that one.
Yeah. So, let's just make a little note here. Who was the suspicious character that made a quick exit from the scene of the crime?
That was Edward Hartwell.
Correct, 5 points.
Is that, 5 points for that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
How did the woman come by her injury?
She
was harvested.
So she'd been
impregnated with a seed baby of Shub Niggurath and then harvested.
It was cut out of her.
That's fine, yes. The ritual extraction of the spawn of Shub Niggurath. 5 points for that.
Okay, great.
Not too
What is the danger in the park?
See, now I'm beginning to wonder if we shouldn't have gone to the park and maybe we took Armitage's like "don't go to the park" bullshit too seriously. I told you he was a penis. God
Maybe
damn
we
it.
should have, we had one action left. We could have gone to the park.
Yeah, and it's even like close to the bakery, ish. We'd gone to break. Oh. What is the danger in the park?
I would
Cultists?
spawn of
Shubnigrath? Cultists of Shubnigrath? I think it's their fault for not printing the park on the map.
Yeah, clearly. Oh yeah, we didn't know we could go to the park.
Yeah, we're
So
unclear. So wait. Cultists or spawn of Shubnigrath? What are we settling on?
Well, she's talking about moving trees, right?
Oh, living trees.
Yes.
Shit, fucking living trees.
You get 1 point for that. If you gave it 1 point for a tree that comes alive or living trees, you would get 3 points if you knew it was a dark young.
Oh, but I did know
You
it was a
did,
dark
yeah.
young. I said a dark young earlier on.
You did, yeah.
Although we didn't find that out in the thing, so
No.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
You
Maybe I use in
Although,
character.
I
I
believe
didn't know.
Pasquale gave you the name Dark Young.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. that's
Oh yeah, he mentioned the goat, dark goat and her dark young.
But I said
Dark
again. Metagame knowledge. Yeah.
what was stolen from the museum?
It was the
Ritual ball.
birthing dish.
Correct. 2 points.
Yeah, good job.
Who is the out-of-town cultist of Shub Niggurath?
Well, that's got to be Ingram, right?
Yeah, surely.
Oh, you found that note about stuff in it. Gonna get a further 2 points for that. Why did the cat hiss at the wall in the East Saltonstall Street?
Because it
He
sends
was,
the
yeah.
C-form babies.
Correct. 1 point.
Spooked cat.
Who did the hospital workers see on the top floor of the Emperor home?
See, now that...
And we know it's cultists of
No,
Nyarlathotep,
Harlotep.
but in terms of
we never
actual
really
people,
followed that up.
We didn't really follow.
But I felt like we didn't have a clue to follow that up with.
Well, like I say, I think we could have gone to the Silver Twilight person, who may have been able to give us more information on that one, but it didn't seem.
So you think
to
that was sort of like a minor narrative? That we could
it
have
feels
fulfilled?
like that was like a side story. This is going on as well.
Do
type
we get
thing.
any points for cultists of Harlotep?
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, technically right, but members of the Silver Twilight, which you would have found out had you gone
If
to
we'd
visit.
gone there, yeah. That's fair.
So that'd be 2 points if you guessed members of the Silver Twilight. Right, what was Bartley Rootgar up to? I'm gonna go with no points for that.
Wait.
I can assure you went nowhere near him.
No, wait, because we heard the question about the graves earlier. Was he in the graveyard? Robbing graves.
He was not. He was drinking with his friends on the unvisited isle.
Okay.
What? That's unvisited! That makes no sense.
What was the name of the late night visitor to the graveyard?
Edward Hartwell.
No, we didn't.
No, I don't know. Thomas Ilsley?
Sure.
Or Ilesley?
Why not?
Why did the late night graveyard visitor visit at night, and what was he doing?
He's digging up people.
He was not. He is.
Planting seed babies.
No. He suffers from insomnia and was conducting research for a book. So if you went to the library, you would have found those ones out. And then, what is the word scrawled all over the Emperor home?
Nyarlathotep.
Yep. 1 point. So, if you visited Upton Park, you did not. How many locations did you visit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 for the bakery.
Oh, what? I didn't know there was minus
Well,
points.
it's incremental, or is that a total minus?
A total minus.
What? Oh, yes, a total
Yeah.
minus, yeah.
So you got 5, 10, 13,
14, 16,
14.
So 14.
14 points. 12 plus points. You win. On the following page, you may view the locations Armitage visited.
I don't want to know about stupid Armitage. It is dumb.
So, the conclusion. Right, so there's points. If you did better than 14, you had to be guessing. In the end...
Wait, what's the total available?
Well, there would have been 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Right, so it's viewed as
1, 2,
being
3, 4,
solvable
5,
after,
6,
what,
7,
7
8.
locations then?
Yeah.
Right.
29, 30, 31. 31's the max.
And that's if you do everything perfectly.
Yeah. 14's fine. 12 plus points, you win. And it's not until you get to 18 points that you get a bonus. So I only got 17, so there's no real difference between. I mean, some of them, I think, go
You
chasing
lost
cats or stuff, but
You lost out, Barry, because you didn't get chocolate twists either.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
So in the end, a simple mystery. Back in Armitage's office, you feel the legwork of the week was far from simple. Garrison, reclining near the open window in the leather wing-back chair, gives you a look that implies he agrees with you. Garrison says, "There was the question of the woman's identity to wrestle with, Henry. That seems like the most pertinent fact that we were missing from the start." Armitage nods. "Indeed, that was forefront in my mind as well, Inspector. And once I had visited her room at Rennie's boarding house, I was able to put a name to our young lady, Miss Martha Modine." Garrison looks perplexed. "What on earth led you up French Hill to the Rennie house?" Armitage grins. "Alas, Inspector, so wrapped up were your officers in door-to-door solicitations over the identity of the young lady, they neglected her possessions. Her receipt from the boarding house clearly showed that she intended to stay there for another month. This then led me to the fiend, Hartwell, and his lair, so clean and tidy." Garrison shrugs grudgingly, an admission that a focus on the surrounding streets was the wrong call given the circumstances. "Well, what happened to her then? Why did that villain Hartwell attack the woman he professed to love?" "That, Inspector, perhaps we will never fully comprehend. Mr. Edward Hartwell had a love greater than the one he professed to hold for Martha. There was a special bond between the two, but Edward was held thrall to dark powers beyond our world. The rantings he uttered upon his arrest were testament to that. His love for the unspeakable evil of Shub Niggurath outweighed even his fondness for the lovely Miss Modine. He must have been planning it for some time, slipping one of those damnable seeds into Martha's food, where it wriggled its way into her chest cavity, there to grow and feed on her like a parasite. Martha was the unknowing host of this evil inside her. I must admit that Weasel Pasquale was of some use there, and it confirmed what I had learned from reading Ibon in the library. A lingering memory of his feelings for Martha must have prompted Edward, in remorse, to redress her and lay her out to expire, rather than complete the prescribed sacrifice. It is likely that the secretions of the spawn, that foul mucus, stayed the blood flow for a short time and dulled the pain. As the influence of the spawn waned after its removal, it is clear Martha awoke and was able to stagger back to the street to try and find help." Garrison interjects suddenly. "Why the attack in the park then? Surely he was taking a risk in such a public place." Armitage pauses, then knowingly responds. "It would seem the ritual needed to be overseen by a watcher, a dark young, Shub Niggurath's blasphemous child. Where could one of these evil creatures hide in Arkham but a heavily wooded park? He needed to conduct the ritual outside. What risk was there in the overgrown part of Upton Park? With a slice and snap of bones he was able to free the unholy spawn and store it in the choked-up birthing dish that was taken from the museum. That is, until he could transfer it to a more secure bindings and hand it off to his friend, Victor Ingram. It's a shame that you missed him, Inspector." Garrison nods at the suitcase next to Armitage's desk, with the twinkle back in his eye. "Aye, a shame. Seems like you and I have a trip to make in the morning. Unfinished business." That is the conclusion of the first one. If you want to know how clever Armitage is, he went to the hospital, followed by the library, followed by the University Exhibit Museum, visited Pasquale, then went to the Herbert Corbett, the criminologist, followed by Rennie's boarding house, and then Edward Hartwell's house.
So how did he find out about the Naharlatep people?
Those are points to help you get more points when you go off the beaten path. So the way,
so basically that's like, Armitage is like, I didn't waste my time with that other shit, but I'll
Yeah.
give you some bonus points for it to make you feel better.
yeah, pretty much. That was the way it worked. So, because Sherlock Holmes in the consultant detective version always gets 100 points, he does it in like 6 locations, and then there's a secondary set of questions where just like, here's some bonus points to help. It's a very similar thing. But yeah, I mean, you guys went a little bit rogue, I feel, at some times, but otherwise...
Well, do you know what? I was expecting more from the adventure.
I think we were expecting it to be a more complex thing than just, this guy did it.
Yeah, so you never really... you don't really catch the criminals, you don't solve the mystery in that sense, but you find out everything that's happening.
Yeah, you see, and that's what I was sort of expecting. I was sort of expecting to catch the criminal or find out what's going on.
Yeah, same. I thought as well. First one played, but then you kind of realise you just need to find out as much information as possible in order to. Armitage has solved this, right? We're just here as backup.
But I wonder if maybe it grows more as the campaigns progress.
Yeah, so there's a few things that you guys didn't find that locations that I went to and stuff. So it was interesting, and some things you went to that I didn't go to.
Like, did you find out about the cat? No, I think not.
I definitely didn't find out.
You didn't
about
find
the cat.
out about the woman who's missing the cat had a baby.
No, that was not something I knew. I very possibly visited that fella, the other curator. I think I went and visit him, which was wrong. Where did you go that I didn't go? Oh, I can't remember what you found out.
The Emperor home?
No, I went there.
So what did we do? We went.
Well, we went to the hospital.
hospital. check.
Hospital.
And then we went to
we went to
Corbett.
the criminologist. Then we went to Pasquale.
Yeah, did all
Then we
those.
saw the cat.
Yeah.
Then we did the Emperor House.
Yeah.
Then we
Then
went
the
to the boarding
boarding
house. Then Edward's house. Then we went to the museum. Then we went to Jedry. Rare Books and Maps.
Oh yeah, I didn't go to the maps.
Things
Didn't find
there.
out.
So we went to Black
Both of
Forest Church.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That was a
then-
big waste of time.
Yeah.
But it was quite interesting. So there's actually seems to be a few other stories running through like this first investigation, which then there's a few other stories running through the second investigation. So like the Silver Twilight, the Silver Lodge, seem to have like this story going on in the background that may come to the fore in one of the later investigations.
Yeah.
But you just find out little bits and pieces as you go along. But yeah, well done, solved it.
Yep.
14 points.
It feels like it'd be very difficult not to solve it.
Yeah, I mean, you should get to the end. I mean, it's not. You can't really fail. But let's assume.
I mean,
one, this is the first one.
Yeah.
Two, if you keep going down the wrong path, you're going to run out of time. But yeah, you would have got the basics of this one. And the fact that the question was, what's in his house, means that you couldn't really fail to get to Edward's house. There may be other ones where
Yeah.
you might not know anything.
So we got to his house. On what? So you start losing points after
Seven.
7?
Yeah.
So
Oh, I see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we actually got to his house as our 7th action.
Yeah.
So if we called it, I mean,
And if
we
you hadn't
wouldn't.
gone to visit cats,
If we hadn't gone to visit the house, we'd have it had the day before.
I mean, if we hadn't carried on after that, we would have missed out the fact that Ingram was involved.
yeah.
Yes, and Ingram, but that was only giving us like 1 or 2 points, and we lost a total of 6 for the extra stuff we were doing.
We also would have missed out on our chocolate twist.
yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's that. If you followed along, you'll know yourself now whether or not it's sort of game you want to play. 2 or 3 players seems fine. It says it goes up to 8, but then everybody only gets like a couple of choices of a place to go, and everybody's arguing over where you should go next and stuff like that. So
I feel like you wouldn't really want more than. Although I also feel like if we had that book, and we were doing that ourselves, the part you did,
yeah,
that would make it a lot more difficult. Like to just not accidentally look ahead,
Yeah.
accidentally catch sight of locations, because they're all sort of just listed in a big order, aren't they? And you have
Yeah.
to kind of flip through them and find them.
It feels like it would be really this kind of thing like for an app.
yeah.
You know, you just
Yeah.
have the map out and then you hit that and you get
Yeah.
whatever happens.
Can you get an app?
You could not. No.
There should be an app.
Yeah.
Because I would really struggle with that because I'm quite like I would really struggle to sort of switch off my peripheral vision and just focus on the thing I needed to see.
It's not impossible. You can do it.
But anyway, so the ideal scenario is get a friend to help you out and read the book for you. While
Well, you could have
blunder
that
around.
if you have multiple players. Somebody could read one adventure and then.
Yeah, take turns that way.
Yeah.
Or just get some smug friend who's already done it to come over. And,
I got so many more points.
Yeah.
So
I didn't
solved
waste time on cats and pastry.
I made Armitage look like a positive idiot. Total Waste time on cats. I don't think those were wasted times.
No.
If we'd found that tabby cat, I would have called this a complete success. My only regret is that we didn't find that cat.
Maybe in a future adventure.
Yeah, that's it. Mythos Tales expansion set. Find the missing cat. That's how they make Adventure 1 more difficult. Once you know the card pool expands.
I should have got 10 points for finding the cat.
But you didn't find the cat, so you get
Well, you know, the cat obviously can't be found.
If I can't find it, nobody can.
It's an extremely well hidden Easter egg. You've got to assume a whole ton of stuff. It's all to do with that 6-digit code you were talking about at the start.
Yeah, 649. And what was the other one?
Is it the bottom?
Yeah, I guess the thing is don't
a 211 for the press the
overread
chop.
219.
649 211 secret code.
Yeah,
open the,
I think knowing that you've really got to, you're really looking to mainline or focus on the main thing.
Yeah.
And it's like that's stuff. The side stuff is if you slip up and go to the wrong place, you can still get stuff. But for the most point and everything, it's just focused, dialed in on the main thing.
Yeah.
Which almost seems like a bit of a shame to me because I quite liked going off and finding out.
It's more interesting to me, you know, as someone who's always pouring down, exploring every nook and cranny.
Yeah, I'm definitely a
I'm more
completionist.
interested in going and finding out everything there is to know.
Yeah. I was sad when we ran out of time and it didn't seem like there was much more that we could do with the time we had left. You know?
I mean, we could have...
But what I meant was, like, if
Yeah.
we'd gone somewhere and found, like, another path, like, what was going on at the graveyard? How did you find out about that stuff?
Yeah,
Like if
I guess so we branched by going to see Pasquale rather than going to the library, and that seems like the library would have given more.
Or if we'd gone to the silver, whatchamacallit?
Well, that would have not really. That would have
No.
progressed the more of the side branch stuff.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I did enjoy that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, hopefully now you've
8
got...
more adventures to go.
Eight more?
Well, 7 more in the main book and the Kickstarter version as a bonus.
Did you kickstart it?
Yeah. And then it cost me more than I would have got at retail, so never kickstart anything.
Well, the story never kickstarted anything.
Yeah.
You're talking to a guy who just kicked... yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Never mind. So, anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got a good impression of how the game plays and how it sort of feels and where you might go. I mean, be prepared to read and make notes. But, you know, hopefully you've got some... I mean, you can play it by yourself.
Yeah, solo game. I've done some of the Sherlock Holmes ones solo. Didn't get many points. Definitely get somebody else to help you out. 2 heads are definitely better than 1.
Yeah. And also I think, you know, it's a bit more fun to try and solve the puzzle and I like arguing with my friends. So, anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see us do more in this series, you can leave a comment on this video and maybe we'll come back to it once people have had a chance to play it themselves. They can see how we argue about it and solve it or don't solve it differently to them. You know, let us know. So like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next series.
Bye.
Bye.
The end.